because I want to. Because these arms who are sown with feathers upon conception swore they would score the airs low and high with rhythm and glide like they were supposed to. Because these feet weren't made for just walking. They were made for jumping, swinging, leaping, acts of faith made for what it takes, from the tallest trees with the highest branch to the highest peaks for me to oversee. You see, I'm not made for running, fleeing from the reasoning of my being, believing that chest down to the ground heights the limit of what blackbirds can achieve. That level of deceiving, I'm not inclined to receiving, because despite who might dispute, my brain's power is as whole as the night sky. Stunning, with cunning and wit too equipped and acute to be reduced by the minute quips of who choose to see me as below. But above them, they will soon see me, high with pride and glory, nearby the tides of glory, a storyline of triumph when a sable angel who was willing and able to be more than just a fable, putting his feet to wind for sake of climbing stories of what he was told to be. Because this body is filled with a flight for the future. And to deny what's inside, constantly in a fight with what always finds time to run flights in my mind, is the equivalence of a stupor. Drunk off blundering bliss and ignorant to the malignance of my self-imposed tumor. Till I'm dead, red as the rest of the rumors. You ask me why? Because not to fly is to die. And by design, I was made to rise. So watch me flap and flutter my expanded wings. Watch me hop to brown heads that extend their reach. Watch me perch on the final fingertip before a deep breath for the final whole field lift. And see the former nesting hands left barren, leaving all to bear witness to this moment in time for those like I who would dare to defy and raise their voice with this resounding cry. Watch that blackbird fly. I'm SoL, that stands for Stay On Lit. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. What I do is spoken word poetry, hip hop and rap, and anything artistic at this point. I'm just kind of over the place, but those are my main fortes, and I love to write. Well, when I took on this project, I was already excited by the exhibit. So the idea of creating a piece to another piece, because I'm a very visual artist, I love to see other people's interpretation and kind of decipher from my own. So I came in here with a complete expectation of creating something that was out of my norm. Usually when I write pieces, poetry and rap alike, I talk a lot from my story, and I'm working to venture away from that, talk from other people's perspective a lot more. And when I first came to this Reds exhibit, I was mainly looking at the pictures of the people in red. It was very striking. And then I just so happened to turn around and there was Because I Want to Fly piece. And when I hear pieces of music or I hear storylines that inspire a poem, oftentimes, if it's I don't work on anything unless it doesn't call to me. And sometimes that could be in the form of Cry to Me, Who Are You? Just different words that resonate and I create on that piece. This particular one was asking me why. And that was before I even knew what the piece was. I was just in awe of it. It was like it was speaking towards me. And so it just was automatic yes. I had two pieces that I was like, yeah, I want to write to the, yeah, write to this. This one said, no, you're writing to me. And the piece, it gives me ideas of the Willie Lynch letter in the sense of the the woman is looking at you with a concerned look, but even though what she's saying is hurtful, because why would you tell a bird not to fly? She is looking around at the picture of people in red as these are people that I've seen that tried to fly and didn't. And when you count the number of birds that's on this because I want to fly, it's the exact same number as the reds, the number of reds. And I thought that was very intentional for me. So, but you see on the topmost branch, there is no bird there. So it was just still, despite who hasn't fallen, doesn't disqualify you doing what you were made to do. So, and it's actually a response. The piece itself is a response to Nina Simone's Blackbirds, Why You Want to Fly, Blackbird. And when I was listening to the song in creation of this piece, line by line, it felt like it was talking to me. And looking at the woman in the piece, it looked like she was talking to me. And I've seen that face before by people who love you, but because they've seen so many reasons why not to be you, to pursue poetry, to pursue the arts, or just do anything that calls to you. It's not necessarily always that they want to see you down, it's because they want to protect you. But that does not have to be the deciding factor for what you decide to be. And so with the list in the lyrics saying why you shouldn't, I thought it was important to give reasons why I should. And by design, a blackbird is meant to fly. So I was thankful that I was able to have this chance to even give my thoughts about it.